Hello, 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 all my kits and caboodles. It is me, Blue Waters, aka Miss Kitty the Cat Couture. Don't tell me to turn nothing down because I'm hyped. I had my first couple of drinks in me, so I am pure and ready. This is it. Don't tell me to turn nothing
all the
down.
way lit.
I am already lit.
Right.
This is a Friday before Thanksgiving, and a fat ass bitch like myself is as happy as I can be. I'm
must
happy
be.
than
What
a
is it?
gay
Is it payday?
in a house full of dicks.
It must be payday. That's that payday happy.
To all my kitten caboodles, these are my socialites. I had to take a sip of this good cocktail right here. I made it myself. Cheers to everyone else. Happy Friday to everyone that is joining us. I missed y'all. I know it's only been a week, and I know it was just a week away. But I feel like, if I don't get to talk to y'all on a daily basis, then I'm like missing out on family and everything. And a bitch is nosy, so I want to know what's going on with everything. Anything new? Are you miserable about anything? I'm a nosy bitch. What's going on? Tell me what's good.
Tell me something good.
I ain't lying.
All
right,
somebody.
Yes. That's what I want. Tell me something good. Miss K, how you hanging, baby?
I'm doing. I'm here. All is well. I'm boring. I'm a boring old lady. I ain't got shit shaking.
Oh, please don't say that you're a born old lady. First of all, let me tell you somebody. If you want to go work out with somebody, Miss K is the person to go work out with. We enjoyed a wonderful time around Miss Montebello, and we walked around her.
If y'all bitches ain't invite me.
Say what happened? We did invite you.
No, the fuck you did.
Y'all be out there. You want to be quarantining and everything. I mean,
nobody said nothing about no goddamn Montebello. Y'all the motherfuckers ain't tell nobody about no goddamn Montebello. Only Montebello y'all motherfuckers told me about was Long Island iced tea. That's it.
Let me tell you, and I love that Montebello.
Pizza.
Me and that Montebello are good.
We get along just fine. Just fine.
Fine. That's my bestest friend.
And we still together.
So, anything new? I can't tell you I got a new baby, a new addition to my family, but it's a plant, and she's doing wonderful. I'm trying to work on my green thumb and everything because I'm trying to get like you and Mizell. Y'all have beautiful plants and stuff like that. I don't have none of that stuff. All of my stuff is artificial. I gather them from funerals and stuff like that. The dead ones, the ones that's artificial. What you mean?
No.
I have a second job. I'm a funeral crier.
They're watering plastic plants and shit.
I'm a funeral crier. They pay me to go to funerals and shed a tear, act out. I get the spirit to moving. I'm the
designated funeral drama maker. You don't want to go up to the casket and just fall all over and go, Daddy.
Maybe it's just my shit that's turned all the way up because this shit is loud.
I was scared we was, being loud.
No, I know my headset was just up too loud. I was like, we are extra loud today.
Oh shoot! I thought we was just, he was in stereo or something. It had surround sound on or something. He want to feel like he at the studio.
Well, first of all, since he's been quarantining, he done been shopping, and that's one of the side effects of being in the house all day long and everything.
I had a dream me and Nate went shopping.
Oh, Lord.
I got
tomorrow, baby.
Where you going? You go. We talk afterwards. We talk afterwards.
All right.
Where y'all going at?
I don't know.
Around Lake Montebello.
But I had a dream. I had a dream. We went shopping, and it was like a little, wasn't no regular store type shopping. And we went.
You must have been.
And I found some really nice yarn. Some real nice yarn.
I bet you did find some yarn. Miss K, that's code word.
Y'all haters. I know y'all fell yarn around Montebello.
There's some holes in this house. There's some holes.
And there's some drunks in this house too. And y'all was all up around Montebello. And what? And what?
First of all, why you got
the air? And what? And
first
what?
of all, why you gotta be racist?
The hell?
Why you gotta be racist? That was Mr. Gilmore.
You ain't hear that?
Like he was getting snapped.
Somebody rustling around. Everybody okay?
That's Johnny getting out of the
Let's do a
car.
head count. Oh, okay. I was great say because this sounds like somebody damn sure got dragged off. I thought somebody just got blood. He in the kitchen man right now. He getting kidnapped as we speak.
That's what they say, Molly Wop.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh no, we know that ain't happening, but I'm saying the way it sounds. You know, I just heard some rustling around and whatnot. You know,
or doing a Molly Whopping. So
could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Tell me something good, Mr. Kaiser.
The Kaiser. Don't nobody call me that unless they got a check in their hand.
Exactly.
I just been trying to stay busy. Just keep working. Because if I sit still long enough, I'm gonna go to sleep. And I don't like sleeping my life away. I'm not a napper.
You done turned into a cat.
Into it.
You done turned into an old cat.
Awesome.
You probably got your arms tucked underneath your shit like this.
Right, and that's why I changed where I go live at now. So I set up in my living room now because I was on my bed. So between every class or every Zoom meeting I had, I would lay right down, and then I would hear the person come into the room, and then that'll make me sit back up. So I had to switch things up. Because this is we going into a year now.
Yes.
It's about to be a year soon.
But I mean, I look at it like this. This is where you can be. I mean, I know that we're about to be shut down, and I don't have a problem with being shut down again because, like I said, this is the first time I'm actually focused on getting my shit together. That summer body that I've always be talking about.
Baby,
a hooker is working on, and I done did. This is the most. I'm enjoying it.
I'm taking ribs out right now as we speak.
Let me tell you something. I was looking at them guys I'm getting my man boobs together.
Oh, when I come back, Jessica Rabbit gonna be on the scene. God damn it.
So I'm starting to eat a little bit healthier. You know, I'm not frying everything that walks in front of me. I'm not drinking everything. Everything ain't falling in my mouth like it usually. I mean,
okay, but you can't say you ate a salad and then fried the lettuce.
Right.
What? That ain't healthy. It is a vegetable.
You got a fried lettuce sandwich.
Y'all don't want to see me be great. That's all that is. I'm trying to be great.
No, I know you're trying. I know you trying.
I'm trying. Can a fat bitch have one thing? I cannot fry some cabbage and shit. I just want to fry some vegetables.
Fried cabbage is frying, but when you fry your lettuce for your salad, that's taking it too far. I'm eating healthy.
Yeah.
And gravy all over it. Nigga, you gonna use salad dressing, not gravy.
Right. No, because see, when gravy becomes a beverage, you know there's a problem.
So
wait a minute.
Shit through a straw.
So I make the soup. It's a roasted red pepper and butternut squash soup. My sister uses it as gravy.
Oh wow.
She puts it on everything.
I mean,
maybe it could be a gravy. I ain't even mad with her.
Me either, because I would definitely do the same thing. And I mean, salad dressing is nothing more than grass gravy. So
it is grass gravy.
It's grass gravy.
It's grass gravy. You're right.
No, baby, call it salad sauce.
It's grass gravy.
Grass gravy. Ain't nothing wrong with grass gravy.
Ain't nothing wrong with some blue cheese grass gravy and some French grass gravy and some vinaigrette grass gravy.
That's fine. That's normal. But when you fry your lettuce, I mean, you got batter on it and everything.
So are y'all cooking for Thanksgiving? Who's cooking for Thanksgiving?
I ain't cooking shit for Thanksgiving. I'm a cook, but I ain't gonna cook Thanksgiving food, I don't think. I think I'm gonna just hold out until maybe the weekend, and when everybody gonna be home, because nobody's coming over. Nobody's invited to come over. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Well, no, ain't nobody coming over.
So I am having a select few of individuals that's coming over on that Saturday. You know what I mean? I know I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do on Saturday.
I don't feel. I never like to cook during the week. I don't like to do parties. It doesn't feel. I'd rather do it if it's a Friday.
Right.
I'll do it like a Friday, but I prefer the weekend.
Prepping on a Tuesday or Wednesday just seems uncivilized.
Yeah. So let's get down to these questions. So first of all, let me tell you something. So it's a blue tail.
Oh no.
So I got kicked out of a group. I was telling Nate about the group earlier this week. Yes, they kicked my ass out. And so I'm the person that goes into the group. And it was a predominantly, well, I think it was a gay group. I don't know what it was. But anyway, there are these Facebook groups.
Think?
Well, I don't know because, they struggle with who they are. So one minute they're a top, the next minute they're a bottom. Every so often they're a little bit versatile, and then they're straight. And so so these guys, I won't say it was a gay group. I will say that the majority of the guys in the group were probably gay. But they didn't like the fact that so I have a problem joining groups where all they do, especially gay groups, is post pornography. Now, I'm a nasty freak bitch. I am. I like my freakiness. But when I'm in a group because I primarily like to have conversation and meet new people. I can go to Pornhub on my own and find the nastiest stuff that I want to. I know all of the sites if I need to get my rocks off, but I don't feel like I have to get my rocks off in a group, like at a Facebook group. I feel like that's something that you do privately. And that's not the type of group that it was supposed to be about. So they posted this, I guess this situation where this woman was having sex on a bus stop with this man. And they was like, well, I basically was like, well, I heard the background conversation. And in the background conversation, they were saying, oh yeah, this don't make no sense, basically. And we need to call the police. But they never stopped video recording. So I was like, okay, as they're committing a crime by video chatting this situation, they're talking about we need to call the police, but they never stopped videotaping it. So the guy busts a money shot on and everything. I mean, right there on the bus stop. It's people right there beside him and everything. And the woman is there. So they was like, well, this got to be a situation. Doesn't she look like an addict? So I was like, no, she doesn't. She looks like a woman on a bus stop having sex. That's what she looks like. Because my thing is that you can't really look at a person and say their issue is substance abuse or mental health. So I said it could be a number of reasons that she's out there. That could have been her pimp and she could have been a hoe. But my thing is that, it was out in the public. And I mean, people are doing all sorts of stuff nowadays. So I was like, you don't know what it's about. It could have been just about them getting attention. So they felt like I was being, I guess, argumentative. But I'm like, if you're in a group, aren't you supposed to have your own opinion?
No.
Well, no, not these new groups. Not these new groups, because everybody wants everyone to think the way that they think.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't think how I think, then you can't be my friend because you don't think the same way that I think.
But
that's how some people think.
It's just like when people post something and you write something contrary to what they're saying, they get an attitude like, get off my page. Like, nigga, you wrote it publicly.
Like, it's up here for public display for me to comment. Just put the comment button for.
Right. And you don't have to respond. I mean, if you don't like what I say, you don't have to respond to it. So then following that, they posted something else. And it was a guy that was lifting weights. Now, let me tell you something. I've been to gyms. I've never seen workout train. I know workout trainers have their own style of doing shit. So in this situation, the trainer, two males, the trainer was sitting on the man's leg.
He was straddled.
He was straddling him as he was sitting down and helping him do his lat presses. And I'm like, well,
That's
I was like, first of all, if I had a trainer that let me sit on his lap and help him out, or he sat on my lap, I'd show up faithfully with my fat ass.
Look, I got them Janet Jackson
at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I be in there. I come early. I be like, hey, you want to?
I'm ready. Look, he's saying that tomorrow. I'm ready.
We both had carb salads.
Why you get me in like that? I'm ready.
We both had
coming
carb
on days
salads.
Not even there.
We both.
I'm just waiting.
Look, I'm just waiting.
I'm early for tomorrow.
So I was like, look. So the guy was like, well, I used to get offended. The moderator of the group person who started the group was like, I used to get offended when people would make comments to me like that. Well, first of all, sir, man, I don't care what you used to do, because I never asked you if you were a trainer or not. I was commenting on that guy,
that particular trainer,
because he was sexy. I've never seen you in that position, so I'm not commenting on you. But I was like, to each his own, to each his own. But I know that if I had a piece of eye candy like that man right there, and he was eye candy, didn't mind being eye candy, and knew that he was eye candy and wasn't ashamed of being eye candy, I would show up early every damn time we were scheduled to do a workout. And my bitch, let me tell you, a hooker would be skinny with a nice figure, because let me tell you, I would exactly always glossing.
That bitch like.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I will pull
I'm ready. I just got to put some Cormax on my desk.
I will pull out a tub of Vaseline and just slather that right across the.
Look, you in there with that outfit you wore to 5th grade gym. He got on the spandex and everything.
Not in everything.
Everything.
With the matching.
He sent up that bitch with an Andre the Giant outfit on. Remember the Andre the Giant?
Yes, the unitard. Stop it.
Ooh, the onesie. Let me tell you
something.
Oh my
God.
So true story, back when I was in high school, that's why I wanted to join wrestling. I wanted to be wrestler so I can just be in one of them spandex and just crotch rub with somebody.
Not crotch rub.
You were the one that made me want to quit. Like, I would have been a good wrestler today.
Looked like he got 3 boiled eggs in his pants.
But yeah, so as soon as I said that this is what I liked and everything like that, in terms of the trainer, they booted my black ass right out of the group. Like, we don't need your kind up in here.
Well, maybe they wasn't gay. I'm just saying, maybe they wasn't gay. I mean, sometimes you have people do some gay shit that ain't gay. And then when they put the perception off, and then when somebody bit, they just, they got scared.
I like how half glass full you are. That's such a great trait. But they were gay as shit.
Well, I'm a Sagittarius. We're very optimistic. That's what we do. We're optimistic. We're gonna find a bright side.
Or delusional.
Or delusional, depending on how that glass. No. They were
don't come for us.
They were all lilies of the valleys.
Matter of fact, when we get off of here, tell me what group it is, and I'm gonna go in there and look at the pictures and see if they're gay or not.
Oh, they are. They are. They really are.
Well, maybe you was just too real for them.
Well, I do know that
some people don't like real.
So a lot of the groups that I am, that's what I am. I try to. And another thing is that I guess when people see me and they perceive me as being an effeminate type, but my personality is actually very aggressive. Not even aggressive, it's just assertive. And so they see assertive as being masculine, which is why a lot of men are threatened by assertive females, because they see that as a masculine trait. And so for me, they perceive me as being female or, in this effeminate role. But when I actually am talking, I talk from a very assertive and confident space. So that intimidates a lot of individuals, especially in these groups where they tend to be superficial, but they don't really have any substance. And I enjoy, believe it or not, I didn't just learn a word yesterday. I am actually a sapiosexual. So I am actually attracted to men that have some intelligence, that talk intelligently, that have intelligent conversation, because I'm a lifetime learner.
Everybody, nobody want a dumb motherfucker.
Well, that's not true. That is not true.
I'll speak for myself then, darling. I don't want no dumbass person.
All right.
I don't have patience for it. Because when you start getting dumb and you saying stuff that don't make, I don't have patience, and then I'll get mad and then I'll say something snappy and then your feelings be hurt. So it don't work for me.
I mean, if you dare to bust a nut, you can be dumb, because I don't want to hear your conversation.
No.
But for me,
I can't deal with nobody dumb. I don't care.
I can't be intimate with someone. Like, I truly can't be invested in a person that is intellectually deficient.
Yeah.
So if you are dumb as a bag of bricks, I am not going to be around too long. You're going to irritate me, and I'm going to say something.
Exactly, and that's why I can't be no.
And also, I don't like superficial or phony individuals. So when you're in a group with me, and I feel like you're being superficial or arrogant, like if you know you look good, you don't have to advertise and say you look good. Because people will tell you that you look good. But if you're in there always advertising, yourself, then that to me will irritate the hell out of me, because then I'm gonna be like, okay, what are you doing that for? I don't like unnecessary attention seeking.
First of all, at that fucking point, now I'm looking for shit that's wrong with your ass. If you out this bitch come out, I look good, look how good I look. I'm like, well, wait a minute, bitch, because that glue ain't holding on that left eyelash, and it's starting to lip a little bit, and I see the little crunchy part around the front of your lace front.
The crunchy part.
No.
Because you seen some people with the lace front, they get that white film around the edge. It looked like Elmer's glue done dried up and shit. Like that's not supposed to be normal. So you can't be talking about you looking good and shit, and you got your motherfucking lace front crunchy in the front.
I cannot.
I'm not used to crunchy lace front. So that was my blue tail and everything like that.
Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
That was my blue tail, and I got kicked out of another group. And you'll probably hear I get kicked out of a lot of groups for various reasons.
On Facebook on how many groups people then got kicked out of.
Oh, let me tell you, I probably would be in the top 4 runners of like, every time you get in a group, you're getting kicked out.
For thrown out. And every
said,
time you get thrown out of a group, it got to be one gift that shows how they throwing you out. So it could be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when they throw jazz out on the front.
Oh, yeah.
How
bad did you get thrown out? Did you just get escorted out? Or did they have to throw you out, like literally,
let me tell you,
and drag you out?
I got to tell you my response. So when I told Nate about it, I said, but I felt like I had to respond. So I inboxed the guy, the facilitator of the group, and I was like, I was like, I understand that you ejected me from your group because you didn't like my opinion and everything like that. And I'm not contacting you because I would like to rejoin your group. I just wanted to know that you was a bitch ass nigga for that.
Ooh.
And you know what I'm saying? And I just want you to know that you was a bitch ass motherfucker. That was some bitch ass shit.
Oh, so you acted out.
I mean, if you're gonna throw me out,
so you got thrown outside. Now you outside the establishment cussing out the door. Because first of all,
no. Cussing out the door would probably be going on my page and talking about it. But cussing you out is when I talk to you directly. So no, that was basically all me on your voicemail. And so when you turn in your voicemail, you call on the phone and then you answer your voicemail.
Hey, Barbara, this is Shirley.
Hey, Barbara, this is Shirley.
I got a couple of things I need to get off my chest.
It's just something that just wasn't sitting well with me.
It wasn't sitting well.
So when you get a chance, could you just please give me a call at your earliest convenience? And I would truly appreciate it.
Be blessed.
Be blessed.
So did anybody
and I hope to hear from you soon.
Oh yeah, because I was in my head, I'm waiting on a day that, because Baltimore is small, so we're gonna run into each other. And when I do, I'm gonna be like, you's a real bitch ass nigga. But I'm
a real punk bitch.
He's a real punk dad.
But aside from that, did anybody check out the verses yesterday between
No,
Jeezy and
no,
Gucci
I'm
Mane?
not.
I
I'm
don't.
not.
To be honest, I don't care.
No.
I don't care what celebrities are doing at this point. I don't give a shit.
It's Jeezy and Gucci Mane. Do y'all understand why it was significant?
I don't care.
I just refuse to condemn that level of toxic. I'm not doing that.
What was
High five, buddy.
about it?
High five, Nate.
I looked at it.
Cause all that music, I mean, I'm not grading anybody else's art. It's just I'm not condoning. I'm at a point in my life. I'm not condoning that type of behavior anymore.
I don't care that much.
Oh, what I missed?
I don't care that much to want to even see the shit in the first place.
Well,
like,
to
be honest, I haven't listened to either one of them's out.
People that did give a shit, I watched it. Blue, I saw it too. Karen, it was Jeezy and Gucci Mane. It was, if you fuck with that style of music, it was a good show. If you don't, then don't watch it.
What
but for those who did watch it, it was a good show. The big
I'm
deal
not saying that. I just don't know enough about
them. The big deal was that Jeezy and Gucci had some beef before and they had shot at each other and bullshit. So it was a big deal. They kind of came together and did the show down in Atlanta.
It was
like actually shot at each other.
Good shit.
But that shit was like 15, 20 years ago when they did that shit. So the fact they came together was the thing.
Okay. All right. See, look, I'm gonna be honest. See, Jonathan, I don't know. Like, I don't listen to that type of music like that. Like, if I hear it on the radio or something like that, that's fine. But as far as me going out and buying albums and stuff, so for me, I really didn't. Like, a lot of people like, oh, you got to see this shit. It's like, I'm not.
But
I think
for those people that was into it, this was their kind of thing. For the niggas that's not going to listen to Jill Scott and Erykah Badu and Peace, Love, and Hair Grease, they're not going to fuck with that. This was their kind of show to fuck with. I know Gucci is I can only listen to it if I'm in the club and drunk. And that's the only time the shit actually speaks to me.
And maybe that's why I don't listen to it a lot.
I'm higher than that. Like, if I'm in the club, I want to hear, yeah, I'm going to eat your pussy, suck my dick. But and Jeezy is a whole nother different wave. If I'm doing something else, and that's a different wave. None of this shit is shit. I'm just like sitting here like all day long. But these niggas are both in their 40s and they doing their thing. And for the crowd and people that listen to it, this was a big moment because it was them kind of coming together. Even though Gucci did come out dressed like James Evans.
Just see damn. Now you gonna have me go look at this shit just so I can see what he had on.
One of the most grown up conversations was Gucci was like, "Oh, my outfit costs all this and shit, all this other bullshit." That's some real young nigga shit for a 43-year-old man to say. But then Jeezy was like, "Well, you got on this, 10-stack outfit, but I own up half the real estate in Atlanta, so."
Who's really
I would
winning?
say, so the significance of it is, and this is the reason why I brought it up. Because the both of them, it kind of is a modern day.
Hold on, Blue. Can I stop? Hold on, Blue, real quick. Nate, I feel like that is always such a cop out for people that just listen to trap music. Always
no, it's don't give no. I don't condone the music.
But
though.
The thing is like, let me finish. You said it. Can I finish?
Go ahead, finish.
I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that listen to trap music that are into this lifestyle of music or whatever, that are professional, that do what the fuck they do, that move on. It's music. Sometimes you just gotta leave it there and sit there and think, oh, did you vote? Can you read? Did you do this?
I didn't say. I'm quite sure they both
some stuff is to dumb down to.
But if that's not my lifestyle, I don't enjoy it. I didn't bash either of them. I just say I'm not condoning that. I can still. We're on a radio show, so we can commentary. I said I don't condone that lifestyle that they talk about. Now, are they living that lifestyle? They probably not at this point in their life. I don't condone it, so I don't have to listen to it. That's it for me. It ain't no deeper than that for me.
But my issue again is to sit back and say, but did you vote? The fuck doesn't matter.
It does to me. It matters if you're talking about how much you got.
But that's to you. But again, you already said I don't listen to it. I don't condone it. Then leave it there.
I mean, but we on the show, so what we're doing is commentating on it. So
and what
that was my perspective.
I don't agree with. I said the fact that you would say that shit, I think is bullshit, and I don't agree.
Well,
so I think. I think the reason why it was significant is because it is kind of like their era of Biggie and Tupac.
Right.
And the reason why it was significant yesterday was because of the circumstance that's behind why there was a big beef in the first place. So apparently these two individuals come from the same area of Atlanta, Georgia. One is on the outskirts, the other was in the inner city. Gucci Man was the guy that was hitting the pavement. He was hitting the ground. He was doing his own thing, and he was actually the kind of it guy at the moment in time about 15 years ago. And then there's Young Jeezy, who's a young guy, and he's somebody that's notable as well. But he wasn't as like, you could really look up Gucci Man. You really didn't know too much about Young Jeezy, but he was substantial in his artwork. All right. They're doing a subversion. That type of hip hop rap that they're doing is trap music. So it was their element, it was their thing, and they were the two kind of forerunners of that genre. Kind of like how Erykah Badu was Neo. But what apparently happened, they did two collaborations together, and then after they did the collaboration, similar to how Brandy and Monica were, there was some in their camps, there was a little rift. You know, there was a lot of tension that was brewing. Apparently, at some point, Jeezy, one of Jeezy's proteges, and several other guys decide to run up on Gucci Man and into his establishment to rob him or do something, and Gucci Man killed one of them. And from that point on, there was tension. Now, even though Jeezy said he didn't have anything to do with it, Gucci Man's perspective of it was, well, these were your people. So if you had, you know what I'm saying, the way that I'm interpreting it loosely. And so the significance of it is because last night, they had not been in the same venue or arena for 15 years. And from this, because of the history, because there was a whole lot of, there was a court. Gucci Man, there was an indictment, there was everything. Acquittal, I'm sorry. Behind all of this. So for them to be on the stage, which is why there was a lot of tension. They even said it was really tense in doing this versus because everyone in Atlanta, similar to how people would look at Biggie and Tupac in New York, or if they was at an award ceremony, there was a lot of tension. They was like, okay, it's about to jump off. You know what I'm saying? Because they had not been in the same room. So for Jeezy to say, well, look, I'm extending an olive branch. There was two things that I would note about it is the fact that there is the culture and then there's street culture. And you were seeing the two play out. You get what I'm saying? So there's the hip hop culture where we rap, we do these things, but then you also know that
there's some street shit.
There's some street stuff going on here as well. And the street stuff is, you come at my neck, for my paper. Remember Biggie's rap where he was like, they tried to stick me for my paper and everything like that. It was a situation similar to that. And so for them to actually come on and Jeezy to say, well, look here, check this out. Let's bury the hatchet. That because technically that was like his protege, his one of his.
Okay.
But Gucci is on the other hand like, look, that's the streets. I'm defending my house. These people came up into my space, and if you get killed in my house, you on my property. Why were you there in the first place? So that's where the rift was, and I'm not gonna let nobody run down on me and treat me like I'm some bitch. So I kind of understand both sides of it, the loyalty to my boy who was doing his thing, but he just got jammed up in the gang. And then the other situation where the guy's like, you know what, I'm not no bitch. You come up in my space, this is what I'm gonna do. And I had to look at it from my perspective. Somebody ran up in your house, what would you do?
Right. See, now for me, like I don't like the reason why I said I don't really care about it is because I don't really listen to either of them. Like I probably know some of the songs, like if you play it, like, oh, okay, that's them. But like I don't really follow those artists. So for me, it was not like a big thing for me to, to watch it. But now knowing the backstory, it gives me a point of reference to say, okay, this is what it's about. So now I can kind of watch it and understand what it really is. But
I'm still not going to watch it. I'm still not going to watch it, not for any particular reason, but now I know what everybody's talking about. Right. I get an idea for what's going on. I didn't know that all of that happened. I couldn't tell you one song that either of them sung.
You
Thank you.
probably could. You
Me
just
either.
didn't know it was them.
Right.
So the
Well,
thing
that's
is
what
that-
I mean.
Yeah. So
That's
and
what
another thing too,
exactly.
I'm a closet trap music. I wouldn't call myself a fan, but like if it come on, I'll probably vibe to it. Like,
right.
yeah, I'm here for it.
I'm with
But
you.
but I'm curious to know. I want to hear Nate's point of view. Like when they first mentioned it, you said it was toxic. What is it because of the backstory that you feel like it's toxic?
Well, I mean, because that's knowledge that people have known for years. I'm just tired of art then spewing over into real life, and people are following them and following after them. And I'm not disputing the people who listen to the music, because I like a lot of rap, but it has to speak to me. It has to say certain things. I'm listening to lyrics. I don't care about a vibe or how it make me feel. I'm listening to lyrics, and if it don't add up to us moving forward, especially you 40, 50, almost 50 some years old, and you still talking about the same things that's still getting people killed. I'm listening to 40 people dead. We can't even have a good ceasefire. By the end of the ceasefire, somebody getting shot and killed. Like I don't prescribe to that environment, and I'm tired of hearing it. We got to move forward.
It's like watching I don't watch certain movies. Like if it's like a movie, like okay, let's just say New Jack City for instance. Like I like the movie New Jack City, but that's not something that I want to keep subjecting my energy to. You know what I mean? I don't know shit about the drug life because I never lived that type of life. So I can't relate. I can understand. I can watch it and say, okay, I can understand what somebody may have gone through. But for me to say that I actually went through getting robbed or somebody being on crack or whatever, I can't relate to that. So and so I'm not. I understand what he's saying is like he's not gonna subject his energy to certain things, because it's like when, regardless of the fact, if whatever you watch, or you see, even though you may not be paying it no attention, but how many times you have seen some shit during the day that wasn't nothing to really pay attention to, and then you go to sleep and dream about the shit. Because your subconscious then pick that shit up in the process. So it's like, why subject yourself to any type of so-called negativity, kill a bitch, rape a bitch, stick her in the ass, whatever. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the beat is good and I can shake my ass to it and all that good shit. But me personally, I can't fucking relate. I don't want to hear that shit. So I understand where he's coming from, but on an art tip, if you can put these lyrics together and you can make somebody feel it, because guess what? You may not go through it, but somebody's going through it.
And I agree, and I know that it's not, and I'm not the type of person who is about, I don't believe in pressuring people to look at art that does not resonate with them. I feel, but there is an art to it, and I think
I agree with that.
So for those individuals that are into trap, and I empathize, because a lot of them are in a situation because they have to be in a situation, and they don't see
exactly. So you can relate to that.
I can understand.
They can relate to it.
And then there is for me as an artist, and I believe that my art is my way of interpreting the world around. That's mine. That doesn't mean that you have to do what my art suggests. So my poetry, my story is my story. You may identify with my story, but my story is solely mine. And I think what happens is that when people look at these entertainers, and notice I use the word as entertainers, they take it on and say, this is who they are. And what happens is that
it's like the difference between Bill Cosby and fucking Heathcliff
Huxtable. Right. And so the thing is that what happens is then their idea about these individuals is destroyed when they realize these are humans.
Right.
These people have lives, they have backgrounds. And I realized with this situation, the reason why I brought it up today is because, with the whole Black Lives Matter and the whole movement and this whole, even with Baltimore and the Baltimore ceasefire, and in our local, you think about it, there are a lot of local rappers that do trap music. And they never really make it out of Baltimore, not because they're not talented, but because they get caught up in the lifestyle, the backstory. Right. And so we don't know their backstory. You know, we have several of them that were really, really good in Baltimore City that never made it anywhere. It wasn't because they didn't have the talent. It wasn't because they weren't being noticed. It wasn't because they didn't have the fanfare. It was because of the backstory.
Well, it's kind of a localized type of situation. You know, like we can sit here and talk about, you know, you can have a rapper talk about, you know, going down to such and such street and this and that, because we from Baltimore, we like, oh, all right, we feeling it. But somebody on the outside, they don't know what the hell Monroe Street is, or they can't relate. So it's almost like an inner city. It's almost like how Go-Go is to DC. You know, like Go-Go is exclusively, for the most part, DC. When you say go-go music, you're going to think about DC. So with DC, people in DC vibe to go-go music, but is it going to catch on outside of DC? You might have a couple people that might say, okay, yeah, I like that particular track or whatever, but it's more so a local thing.
Which brings me to my next subject matter. So I love several artists. You know, I love me some Patti LaBelle. I love me some Sade.
That's my birthday, twin.
And I love me some Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
And so Mr. Gilmore brought it to my attention that one of my favorite albums by Erykah Badu is Mama's Gun. Yeah. And Mr. Gilmore, you said it was the 20th anniversary of the album.
That's
and you were
crazy.
Already?
Yes, that's crazy.
And that album to me was probably, of all of her albums, one of the most significant albums to me, because it had so much depth to it.
Yeah.
It was so much, I think, and you asked, was there a favorite song of mine? The entire album was my favorite.
You could just go right through the whole album
from beginning to end.
When I tell you, Green Eyes spoke my truth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the movement was so like that.
Absolutely.
Was an art for her to go through those transitions of separation.
Yeah.
In that music, that was and Time's a Wasting.
Oh yeah,
the whole album.
Oh my goodness!
But that was a time where the visuals were like
Orange Moon.
So much attention was put to the visual, and it wasn't just a promotional tool, but it was definitely. I like Green Eye and Orange Moon. Those were my two. I
like everything, but
I will never forget the moment when they premiered Orange Moon on 92Q. And when they played that song, I was not at home. I was at somebody else's house. I was in a house where they did hair. And when they played that song, everything in that house stopped.
Because that's not what we were used to hearing from that. So that was totally different.
And after it played, like everything was like quiet for a second. Like we were all like absorbing what the fuck we just heard. Like that. I don't know if it was spiritual. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to thank God or what. But it was like that. Like that was crazy. That was a crazy experience, and like I was grateful for it myself.
At that point, they shook up the whole. They shook up the whole music industry. That string of artists that came doing Erykah Badu, because we wasn't listening to that type of stuff on 92Q.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that this, even though they call it neo soul, I'm gonna just say it was just plain old soul music.
Yeah,
because it spoke to you at the depth of who you were. I think I like India Aubrey.
Yes, I love India Aubrey.
Even Jill Scott, just the way that she delivered her first album, Who is Jill Scott? And, but I want to say that this album was significant because from the beginning to the end, the penitentiary philosophy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be honest. Erykah, for me, Erykah Badu is one of those people that when you first listen to her album, you got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Because when I first got, it's like, oh, Erykah Badu got a new album. Let me go get it.
Right.
And then you go get it, and when you it's almost like I walked out the store and got to my car and popped it in, and then I'm listening to it, and it comes on, do 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 do, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
You don't even know what you're about to get into.
On, and other, what was it? What was it called? The Other Side of the Game, and all of that. So when you get to the second album and they come on like this, you're like, what the hell is this?
No.
And then it was one of those albums where it's like, you had to like really. Matter of fact, I did that for her. I want to say it was called America or something.
New America.
New America.
The one with oh my gosh, and I lie for you.
Yes.
Okay, when I first got that album, I went in the store, bought it, came to the car, popped it in, and tried to listen to it. When I listened to it, I was like, what the hell is this? And then I said, I'm fucking up, because you got to get ready to listen to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to get your wine, you got to get your atmosphere, you got to get yourself ready.
You got to be stationary.
That you can truly appreciate what it is that she's trying to, put out there in this music. Because it's like, you got to put yourself in the zone in order to even feel what you're listening to. And so I made that mistake with trying to do that with Erykah Badu's album. We're just trying to get them like, oh, it's Erykah Badu, I'm gonna just pop it in. No, you gotta be ready for that. Like, you really gotta set the mood for that.
So there's two categories that I put music in. There is three. There is, the inspirational category where there is the bedroom category where it's like, okay, this is love, lost love. This is what I'm gonna do, my groove music. And then there's high music. And high music, even though I don't necessarily have to be high, it's just basically you allow yourself to be free.
Right.
And this music with that album, that's what it really made you just like that was her whole. I could drive literally like from one side of town to the other and just be in a zone. Like that's driving.
It's like you in your own little happy world. It's like
When I saw the question pop up, I listened to it today, and that's where it was just like, it's not clean up music. It's just, you gotta just chill, just be relaxed.
Chill.
And I was like, and that is what I really loved about that era. Even the guys were more chill. I think they may have played on it a little bit, that was a way of getting butt and getting some ass.
There was some earthy guys out there. You used to see a little earthy guys and whatnot. You feel like, damn, like, he looked like,
They smell like Kush. They smell like cool waters.
They got the nappy beard, but it's just like, it's nappy, but it's conditioned at the same time. It's like,
you know what I'm saying? Women didn't necessarily need to wear bras. You could walk free.
Oh no, these puppies need to be in a goddamn sling. You good. Oh no. You ain't just let these motherfuckers loose just like that. That ain't no. No.
So I felt like that was an excellent album. I absolutely loved it. Ever since I like Erykah Badu's freedom.
Yeah.
As a person, I've always been self-conscious about me doing, like, I like to write. That vocal and singing is something that I enjoy doing. But if I had to say something that I enjoy doing the most, it is writing. I also like to work with people with writing. I like to write music. I like to do those things. And Erykah Badu's style, her writing style, her delivery of her music, her freedom with recreating herself, her freedom with not caring about what others think. She is, to me, like a prince. You get what I'm saying? Like,
first of all, she snatched her wig off at the black party.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? And that's what I enjoy about her and everything. And I know that other people were probably thinking that it was gimmicky and stuff, but in reality, I just think that that's truly who she is. And people may not understand it. And that's what I really, truly appreciate about her. And she inspired the culture. I think that whole, even though she wasn't the first to do it, it was like she took it and she raised it to another level. Her freedom, her earthiness. that to me was something that I could truly appreciate from her. It was very African. It was very organic. It was very raw. The head wraps. That would she appealed to me. And you know how others like at that era, like for me, people would say Payla Bell, Diana Ross, and things like that. She appealed to me.
Erykah Badu, when Erykah Badu came out, I was like, yes, like that's like when I picture, like it's crazy because you know how you picture yourself as you get older, like you might be younger, but like I wonder what I'm gonna look like when I'm older, or what type of look am I gonna have. And I always pictured myself with this earthy kind of, bohemian kind of look with me. So when she came out, it was almost like like almost like finding your tribe. You know what I mean? It's like, like I can relate to, her vibe and, just everything, how she presented, the metaphors that she put out there, like all of that. And so it's almost like finding your own artist that like, okay, like she's in my brain. Or like India Arie is in my brain, or Jill Scott, like you said. A lot of other artists that's out there that don't get the recognition that they're supposed to get.
There's an easiness to her. Like it's effortless to me. It's not a whole bunch of makeup and hair and lashes. Not to say that to me, she is a fashion icon, if you ask me, but it's easy and it's effortless with her. It's just like, oh, this is what I chose to put on today. Ta-da!
Right. But that's what happens when you be yourself.
Yeah.
Mr. Gilmore, you raised this question. You was the one who posted it. What was your favorite?
I love the album. I was in my junior year of high school when it came out. And it definitely flipped how I listen to music. I would say Voodoo did that more than Mama's Gun. But Mama's Gun kind of came in right behind it and just completely pushed a whole new wave for me.
D'Angelo
I loved it. I think the thing that Erykah always said that I try to use in my art is respect your audience. And, if you respect your audience, you can kind of tell your story your way without having to feel like you need to dumb it down or you need to change it or you need to adjust it for anything. She just was like, those who will attach to it will attach to it. I got to hear her speak in New York, and she talked about her image and, how she carefully curates how she looks just off the fact that she wants to make sure that there's a part of it that's authentic to her, as well as there's a part of it that is going to get people to look. So like, how do I make that small part of me that you're connecting to bigger so you can connect to it? And I mean, I just think it's very interesting. I think the way that she markets herself is brilliant. I think the way that she creates a feeling of tribeness for people who listen to her is unique. And but I just dig her. I love just especially her vibe and sound of that era, which was just beautiful. It was lush. It was it was just on point.
Yeah,
it was like you feel like you skipping through a field of sunflowers.
Yeah, it was. She was. She was like a modern day siren. She could lure you and lull you to a space where it was just really relaxing. So I really enjoyed that. I still to this day. And I'm a huge Erykah. Like I know all of the songs that she's done. Even the ones that were in movies and things of that nature. One of my favorite songs is the Earth Song.
That is,
I think that song is so relaxing.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful song. I love what is it? A Child with the Blues. So I listen to everything that she's done, even in her features and stuff. And it was because again, she was one of those artists that I just truly identified. Her earthiness, her unapologeticness, if that's even a word, but she was just
it is truly, she said it.
She was truly herself. And as a gay man, I felt really drawn to her because that was the energy that was my energy, but I didn't know it. So I was figuring myself out during that time.
Right.
And when I really found someone that kind of resonated, I kind of was like, ta-da, this is it. Now the head wraps and all the other stuff I had done prior to her coming out, but it made it real for me to see someone do it and someone just be truly Black and truly African and truly earthy and embrace their spirituality, embrace her womanhood, embrace her, her art. I just really have a lot of respect for her. So yeah, I absolutely enjoyed that album. If you are watching and have been watching, I would encourage you to pick up Mama's Gun. This is the 20th anniversary of that album. It is Erykah Badu. It is probably one of the, to me, it's like, it's a masterpiece. There are a few albums that I can look at and say from front to back and be like, that was a master fucking piece. Yeah. That's one of them. D'Angelo's Voodoo. Same thing. Yeah. That thing. Now, first of all, D'Angelo just is stone. He was stone cold. That, oh my goodness. Just point blank. He was everything. But I was definitely an Erykah Badu fan. So, Miss Mizell, you asked the question, would you rather? Now you say, would you rather be ugly with a big dick or good looking with a medium?
With a medium dick.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Being an expert in dickology.
Ooh. Dickology. You gotta say it like that though. Dickology.
I'm gonna say that aesthetics go out the window when it comes to the bedroom. Because if you know what you're doing, if you ugly and you got a big dick, the question isn't if you got a big dick or not. It is, can you use it?
Right. That's true too.
So if you were ugly with a big dick and didn't know how to use it, then I'd rather you be good looking with a medium.
But you can teach them what to do with the.
Take your time. Don't let it take your words.
It
looked like he drooling.
You can mold them a little bit. You might be able to mold them.
You can't teach skill. And my thing is that you can try. But my thing is, if you born with it, you got it. And I know some mediums, and I know what some people quote and consider small. Like 7 inches is considered small by most. That's actually a good size. But what people will say is it can't do nothing with it.
It depends because it depends because you can have. I really hope ain't nobody listening. But you can have an 8-inch dick, but it's skinny as hell. And that ain't no fucking good either.
Oh, number 2.
So you need to have girth and length.
Oh.
Like to just have, like you can't be too short and too fat.
Well, I believe that if you have technique.
Wait a minute.
If you have technique, that takes you a long way. So length and girth, I think that is something that has been kind of sensationalized by a lot. And I do know that it's been substantiated by some females. They prefer, a nice thick penis as opposed to a skinny penis. But I think that what really matters is if you know what you're doing with it. So if you know how to handle your gun.
I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
Sometimes
I think it comes.
You can have that little gun only gonna shoot, but them bullets ain't gonna be so big.
But a 22 can kill you.
A 22 can kill you.
You're right. But a BB gun won't.
If you shoot it long enough, it's gonna get through.
I think it comes down to acceptance. Like if you accept the fact that you ain't no Magnum wearing brother, then you learn how to work with what you got. But if you still in denial about the fact that somebody shooting he calling you Pee-wee, then a rough.
Because if you pull out a Magnum knowing that you're in a Magnum size and you put it on in this baggie, like you might as well have just run on and pulled out a regular size condom and just stop embarrassing yourself.
But the question is, do you tell them? Do you say like, hey, this not safe at this point? Can you you got a real size one? Because that's
like a scout sock. He got it on. It look like
comes back.
Like, wait a minute, let me go get a rubber band real quick so you can make sure that don't.
You might as well just pull the whole thing and just pull your balls up in it and just like tie to the knot at the bottom like a balloon.
That's dangerous. Let's go pop at that point, dude. See, you play with people.
I mean, you know how small it is. I mean, if it's baggy on that mug, I mean, you know.
So the question was, if you ugly with a big or good looking with a medium? And I'm gonna say, I wouldn't mind either, as long as you. I guess for me, what would matter is if you knew what you were doing with any of them.
That's true.
You know, you could be good looking with a medium.
But however, if it's small,
then we can do anal.
It ain't. But see,
did you say anal?
But then you got the small and shorts. You got this, you know. I mean, it depends on what combination of penis you're dealing with. It could be short and stout. I mean, I'm saying what you do with a short and stout one. I'm just saying.
Anal.
Anal.
Short and stout ain't gonna make it with the anal. It ain't gonna make it. It's gonna be too stout, but then it's too short to get where it need to go. Nah. Certain stuff. Some people just don't have the equipment for the job.
I don't know. I think it's like
just find the hole that's right for you.
Yeah, there you go. If it's like puzzle pieces.
Exactly. Woo! Explore all the options.
Hey.
Woo!
Navel humper. You end up with a navel humper.
Hey.
Not a navel.
Nate,
hey.
You was about to say?
I plead the fifth.
Okay. Okay, that's the safest.
But you should be upfront with the person if it's not suitable for you in either direction.
See,
I'm gonna tell you honestly.
We was talking about this last week. But
like,
depending on how you meet the person would determine whether or not you're gonna say something to them or not. Because see, if you start off and it ain't good, unless you really, really, really like that person, you're not going to tell them straight off the break like, your shit is whack. You're not.
Pick me. Ooh.
Go ahead,
Miss K.
Miss K.
But I feel like telling them, oh, your equipment is not suitable to me. Like, that's so selfish. Like, okay, you probably won't ever see that person again because it's not suitable for you. But why bust that bubble? Like, y'all
naked. So just don't call them back, and then you ain't got to tell them nothing.
Why waste your time though?
Like, let me finish. Like, you here, they here. Grant them the gift that keeps on giving. Like, you here, you know what? You got a little pee-pee. It's not a problem. I'm gonna go and see somebody after I leave you anyway, because this is not going to happen for me. Let me grant you the best gift. Lay back. Let me do everything.
Well, that's because you got toys and magical shit over there.
What?
That you can supplement.
But at the same time, even after you do all that magical shit, he's not going to get a call back. You're not coming back. I'm not going to hurt your feelings.
Why not be a giver that night and then go get your back blown out by the dude
by the real dude.
Right. Why not?
So that's like an appetizer.
No harm, no foul.
You ain't gotta let him do shit to you. You know what? Don't even waste your time, bro, because you ain't got it. Let me give to you.
Basically you just ordered mozzarella sticks, and then you.
What you said about mozzarella sticks?
What? You just ordered the mozzarella sticks, and now you about to go have the steak dinner somewhere else. That's basically.
I'm not gonna offer. No, I'm not gonna have mozzarella sticks. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna order you a lemon cheesecake. Here you go. Congratulations. It's your birthday, not mine.
Yeah, enjoy. This is all for you. This is all for you. This is all for you. This ain't about me.
All for you. I'm gonna go get mine down the street. That's all.
Look, It turned into a happy ending in that bitch. That's all you got.
Absolutely.
That's
because you're gonna waste.
That's all you get.
Happy birthday.
There's no point.
Some stuff
it ain't even worthy of.
Now this nigga going through life getting lemon cheesecakes, thinking that he got something, and you just getting this.
Look. Guess what? Look. I don't care about you enough for it to be my motherfucking problem. Let somebody else tell your ass that. Get off my porch.
Get off my fucking porch.
No, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not invested that much time in you. I'm just saying if it's just a fling kind of thing. I haven't invested that much time in you for it to get to the point where I care that much. So it ain't gonna work. I'm not gonna keep subjecting myself to this shit. So good day, sir.
I said good day.
I said good day.
Y'all are funny. You over
here trying to plead your case and you got a short and stout. You know what I'm saying? No.
Oh,
it's not going to work for me. It's not going to work. I don't care where you try to put it.
Nate,
it ain't going to work.
I get what you're saying, Nate.
I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
You could say to that person,
what?
Hey, listen,
Get
you
off
can't
my
fuck me
fucking
because your
porch.
dick too small. So let me just rub on you and make you come real fast, and I'm gonna go get fucked by.
There you go.
But acknowledge,
high five, Miss K.
But acknowledge that that's the dessert. Acknowledge that you're giving that person dessert at that point. Don't have them going to the next person.
This is my thing.
The last person gave them a cheesecake, and that's how the fuck
no,
you got
it. But see, some people.
The thing is, why do you have to hurt that person's feelings?
Exactly.
I don't think it's
so. You say that. You say
will,
that
but...
for the person that don't mind hurting their damn feelings. So if you don't want to be the one to hurt their feelings, you just send them on their fucking way. Don't never come back. And then when they go to that person, they gonna come across somebody that's gonna be like, you know what? Your shit ain't up to par. Your shit is not up to par.
I think
off my fucking porch. When I come on here next week with that t-shirt on, it's gonna fuck your head up. Get off my fucking porch.
Just be known, goddamn it. That's my motherfucking saying. Now
I'm gonna put myself at the end.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm gonna just. That's gonna be one of my.
Straight up steal it. Well, just let it be known on the racket.
Get off my fucking porch. Get off my fucking porch.
Get off my fucking porch.
First of all, that's right up there with fuck your couch. So
exactly.
Oh, y'all got two.
So you got fuck your couch. Your shit is fuck your couch. My shit is get off my fucking porch. Get the fuck off my porch. Get your shit. Look. Get your little fucking bags and shit, and get the fuck off my.
Oh, you let them get bags. See, you done let them get comfortable.
You gotta hit them with the New York shit. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck off my fucking porch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh my
fucking moly.
Oh my goodness.
This man about to go running. He about to go run into traffic now.
Right. You know. Look, that's some shit to tell motherfucker, kill yourself, motherfucker, kill yourself.
All because of that question that you presented, Miss Mazza.
You to kill somebody.
It's all your fault.
I just think it's my fault. That's my job. That's my job over here. I'm supposed to put out questions that's supposed to cause controversy and shit. You know what I mean?
So wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Talk show
because we always dogging guys about penis. And what I'm gonna say to straight male and female, cisgendered male and females, whatever you want to call yourselves, get you a gay. For straight men, get you a female, get you a lesbian woman that can talk pussy with you. For women, get you a gay man that can talk dick with you. Because guess what? You will find that they experience the same things that you experience.
So now, if you got a big thing, you got some chicks out here that got shallow cooch.
And they also they don't have no technique. And a lot of them are pillow princesses. Yeah. A lot of them don't. Yeah. They don't take no pride. They just want you to cater to them. Eat the pussy. And put your penis in.
Let me lay here.
They don't caress the balls. They don't act like they want to be
goggling shit. You just putting all your shit out there. He said they ain't goggling.
Yeah, and the reason, and I'm serious, a lot of women say it's the men, but sometimes it's the women too. Because I know just as many women that they say, well, the dick is this, and it's not that the dick was trash, it's that you was trash at getting it where it needed to be.
You did not inspire the dick.
Exactly. If you don't look, this is my thing. If the person that you dealing with doesn't bring certain shit out of you, because you're like you can have one partner that it might bring out the romantic part of you. You might have another partner might bring out the super freak in you. You know what I'm saying? It's just what does that person bring out of you? You know what I mean?
So can you have a little bit of both? Can you have some super freak and some romance?
Oh, they out there. Yeah,
I prefer. I
want a little bit of everything. I want a buffet. I want a buffet.
Is that okay? Is that healthy?
What?
A romantic freak, Miss K?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes. Hell yeah, that's a thing.
And let me tell you the most intimate thing to me. Everybody believes that because of my personality that I'm all about the genitalia. You know, the most erotic thing and the most stimulating thing for me is actually kissing.
Yeah,
there's an art to kissing.
Kissing is very personal, honey. Because I'm gonna tell you, I can fuck you and not kiss you.
Oh yeah, but if I kiss you,
I like you. I really like you if I kiss you. Well, I like
that's
you.
That's a
whole.
And for me, there's a certain language. I don't mean like Spanish, French, Italian, but there's a certain language you gotta speak to me to get me to a certain place.
Right.
Oh yes.
Because everybody don't have that. See, it's a technique to that shit. Like everybody don't have, because you can give too much lip and not enough tongue, or give too much tongue and not enough lip. I don't feel like I'm being choked.
Or teeth, or they keep hitting up against your teeth.
And if your teeth click with mine, I'm done. Like I don't want to be clicking teeth.
You trying to bite me at that point? He trying to eat you.
Right, you might as well bite me.
But also, I think that's also about them, because a lot of people don't know necessarily how to. It's like dancing. Kissing is like slow dancing. And you have to kind of read your partner to do it right. Yeah. And my thing is that I got big teeth. And if I got big teeth.
He said, I got big teeth and I got two coolers.
I got big teeth and big lips. And if you got big teeth and big lips, we got to kind of read each other so that we ain't clicking and clacking. You don't want that all confusing you and everything.
You dislocated a tooth trying to kiss a motherfucker. Like,
and I got a gap. So I don't want you to kiss me and get stuck in the gap.
Right.
You know, sometimes you get stuck and then I'm stuck. It's like
and Lord forbid the motherfucker got slimy tongue. Don't have slimy tongue.
No, explain that. What is slimy tongue? What is that?
White shit on their tongue. They got the rush.
Oh, your tongue feel mucusy. Oh God,
no, that's
easy. Got the rush on their tongue like a baby.
Bitch, you need water. He needs some milk.
He needs some.
All right, slimy and shit.
Calcium deficient, because you is.
I'm just saying. I just want, it's a dance. Having kissing is a dance. And I don't want dry lips.
If you kiss a motherfucker and their lips feel like Captain Crunch,
they start scraping you with that dry ass lips.
Every time you swallow, it's like orange pulp going down.
Right. They got them exfoliating lips. It's like rubbing your lips off a pumice stone.
No.
This nigga, he dehydrated.
Kissing is a must for me. You got to be able to kiss. I got to kiss. I love to kiss.
Yes.
I ain't fucking no fucking prostitute. So if you don't kiss, I feel like you're probably doing something else with your mouth. So we probably shouldn't be fucking together.
Well.
And there's magic and touch. Also, don't focus primarily on the genitalia. Work your way around the body.
Yes.
Take your time to get there.
High five, Blue.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta take the tips of your fingers and get the whole body sensitive, and then just go over the whole motherfucker.
It feel like it's electricity running through it. It feel like it's like.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're talking
about. That's when you send chill bumps. When you get the goosebumps.
And I think people, let me tell you what porn does. Porn may give you some ideas about what to do and some, creative things, but it doesn't teach you sensuality. And I think that's the thing that people need to really learn when they're in these relationships and everything, male, female, gay, straight, bi, whatever, is that it's focused on just, the genitalia and not focused on the entire person. So it's like sensuality is missing.
First of all, if you suck in the nipple, you're supposed to suck that nipple like the nipple is the whole being that you're trying to arouse. It's just the nipple there. Like you're supposed to concentrate on like people. It's like people, and then people get their little things with them where they don't want people to touch certain parts. I feel like, look, if we at the point where we in a fucking bedroom, unless you let me know ahead of time, it's all, free for all. Like whatever we getting into. You know what I'm saying?
So ladies, can I ask you something? Ladies, do y'all toss salad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I will say this. I will say this. Now, that's not something that it's just like oral sex. You don't do that with everybody.
Say it.
By the time I get to the point that I'm doing that, we together.
That part.
We together. This ain't no fling. This ain't no
out like
and shit. Like no, we together.
Together.
D-A.
You love me, I love you.
G-E. B-A. Together.
So I only say that because I think that what happens is that in gender, I know a lot of guys are like, yo, I do this, I do that, but I feel like another thing that I have issue with is that people usually lie about what their sexual escapades or what they do in the bedroom.
Because they ain't nobody gonna tell the truth. So the only way you can know is if you was in the bedroom.
I don't do shit. I don't do blood. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're shitting, pissing, and bleeding, then you're getting the fuck out of my life.
Amen.
I don't do none of that.
High five.
I don't give a fuck what you say you can do with it. If you
I don't want no parts of that.
You need to go back to the fucking zoo where you came from, because I ain't about that life.
And that's not to knock anybody who is into.
No, if you do it, then find somebody that will do it. I'm not going to judge.
That's not your preference.
I don't want it done to me.
Thank you.
Now, if you do it, God bless you, and I'm glad y'all found each other. Hope you got to talk to them.
Enjoy.
So wait a minute.
As the Bible says, as for me and my house.
Me, myself, personally. You got to say, me, myself, personally.
So, Mr. Gilmore, can I ask you a question? Does that include accidents?
Well, if you didn't do it on purpose,
no, accident, that's different. That's
right.
different.
But I'm talking about if you intentionally think you're going to sit there and shit on me.
Man, we ain't doing that.
That's something else. Or you think we're going to sit here cutting on each other, eating each other's blood and shit.
No,
that ain't good. Or you want to eat you like you having your periods and shit.
No. Next topic. Ding. Where's the bell? Bing, bing.
Because that is a whole thing.
It is. It's called the cherry pie.
No, thank you.
Well, I'm with Jonathan on that one. Now, I'm with Jonathan on that one.
Now, what I do think is missing from it is that I don't think people go in to have fun anymore. I feel like a lot of people be so serious about sex. Like, some of the funniest, like the best shit I've ever had was when we tried to do something that didn't work out, but we still kept going, but we were still kind of like laughing about it and shit. Wow.
Yeah. Then that's when you're in a whole relationship.
Oh, they together.
But
they
like,
together.
when we like sitting there laughing, like, and then when you sitting there, what the hell is going on? Got a Charlie horse. Oh, I thought your stroke changed it up real quick. Like I'm in pain.
Yeah, shit. Because look, I'm gonna tell you, them Charlie horses ain't nothing to fuck with.
Gotta keep some water next to the bed.
Look, man, look. No, let me tell you. It's certain wines. It's certain wines. It's certain wines that, like, if I drink it, like, I'll get like, I mean, like, it dehydrates me, like.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you was. So the funny thing is that Miss Mizell, I thought you was going to say that gets you gassy, and that down stroke you may fart. And I was about
I'm talking about it's certain wines that have me so dehydrated that I'll get like he was talking about Charlie horses and shit. Like you get a Charlie horse. It's certain wines that give you a Charlie horse in a place you didn't even know you could get a fucking Charlie horse.
Like in between your legs,
right?
She got a Charlie pussy. Pussy just eased up on
anywhere where there's a muscle.
Your upper and a thigh.
There's a Charlie mule.
Y'all are so.
Hey, Blue, but you was talking about that, but no, I recommend everybody don't do Taco Bell before you have a hookup.
Oh no!
You don't do taco.
First of all, Taco Bell, you knew it was a turd festering somewhere.
If you come in the house and you see a Taco Bell bag, go to
somebody just stuck it up. And if they ain't stuck it up, they on their way to stick it up.
So I'm gonna tell you something.
Strictly a Netflix night. That's for that.
No, and look, it won't be no motherfucking rim shot.
No.
Ain't no rim shots, motherfucker.
You know what else?
That toilet, baby.
Ain't no salads being tossed. Ain't none of that.
I'm gonna say that about most fast food.
I see a
because I know people with McDonald's and
McDonald's go through you real quick.
First of all, if I eat McDonald's, it's almost like I damn near go into a depression. I shouldn't have ate that shit. Why the fuck did I eat that shit? I knew I wasn't supposed to eat that shit.
See, the problem with McDonald's, like if you've had breakfast or lunch that day and then you try to eat McDonald's, that's what fucks your stomach up. If it's anything else in your stomach other than that McDonald's, it's gonna fuck you up. McDonald's by itself, it may sit for
like you can't have pot roast in your stomach and then eat motherfucking
No.
You gotta eat McDonald's on an empty stomach.
That's how I don't know how people eat McDonald's for breakfast. Like you about to fuck your whole day up. You ain't gonna be able to eat shit for the rest.
It depends on what you get. It depends on what you get because the breakfast.
I don't know how y'all people drink coffee. Like,
no, I get that steak, egg, and cheese bagel and
slide right on up out me. Like,
but that thing is so good.
It's like a smooth move.
I can't do coffee.
And look, especially not no motherfucking hot coffee.
I don't give a thing. It can be cold coffee. Coffee just.
If you drink coffee, you better stay near the house for about 2 hours.
There you go.
Old pudding ass.
I think the worst thing. Man, this is nasty.
Oh my Lord.
I feel like Blue. I feel like this is one of your Blue stories. This is a nasty one. But this chick, we was like, she really wanted to go. I was like, man, I really got the shit before we do this thing. And she came in the bathroom. She just started giving me gamine right there. And I'm like, this is the nastiest shit. But I didn't want her to stop. But I did want her to stop. But I couldn't respect her. We never talked again after that. We never talked again after that.
I couldn't respect her. I couldn't respect that, man. Oh God, it feels so good, but it hurts so bad. Oh God.
I mean, she breathing it in. And
that's too much.
And if she is watching it, I'm so sorry.
First of all, you supposed to marry her. You supposed to marry her. You supposed to marry her ass.
It's a goddamn lie.
And the funny thing is, let me tell you. So I was that point. I felt like I had a situation similar to that. So I was out with a guy. We were getting drunk, and he threw up. and getting him together and everything. We were both drunk, and then we wound up like making out. Now he had just threw up. So
did you have a little piece of the food that he threw up and it kind of go out too?
Oh, a fucking piece of tomato. Oh God! A piece of throwed up chicken.
No.
Oh God!
It was a piece of ground beef. Blue.
But I'm gonna tell you this.
Next story. Tell her other half next week. Tell her other half
They
next
make
week.
it goulash.
Abort mission.
You had to spit after, I know.
Right.
I am not allowed. I can't do it. Nope.
See, that's why I don't. That's why I don't drink. Drinking will
Was that
loosen you
hamburger
up.
helper you had? Tastes like stroganoff.
See, that's what drinking to do to drinking to have you just loose.
I was, and it wasn't until afterwards.
You nasty as shit. I love you, but I understand because I kept thinking every time I pushed out a turd, I said, I know I'm pissing a little bit in that nasty ass. Oh man!
I'm calling the health department.
Look, the motherfucker said I can't buy the tester. I can't buy the tester.
It's time to rap, right? It's a rap. Not yet.
He said, "Fuck that. That's buying the tester. I can't."
That's health department issues right there. I'm about to say.
Hey man, over in the dorms they copy. I can't even remember the name of that day.
Oh no, it was the hood one. It was probably Detman. That's the hood side.
That's exactly
the type of shit.
was.
Yeah, that's the type of shit that happened in Detman Hall. That's the
But you know what? I'm gonna say,
That's the
and
project.
I was. The funny thing about it is like, you know, because when it happened, it wasn't until after the next day, and I was like, you know, what the fuck was I doing? I will say this: the person that I was doing it with was somebody that was.
Hey, Karen.
Like
that
I
was a
with
Norfolk, Virginia kiss.
I mean, did that intoxication or whatever? Did that turn you on? Like that was like.
I think we were drunk.
Wait. Did I black out or some shit? Because I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. What are y'all talking about? I don't know if I was laughing at some other shit, because you know there's been multiple conversations going on and shit. So I don't know whose conversation I'm in, but I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I have nothing clue.
And this is fucking clue. I want y'all to know that you're supposed to drink responsibly.
Now you gonna give a motherfucking public service announcement.
That's because he's been traumatized. He's been traumatized.
That's all right.
He can give
Look, if don't nobody else understand, Miss K, you know.
Yes.
Blacked out in the middle of the conversation.
No, because it was like I was laughing. It was like I was laughing at everything y'all was talking about. And then it was like Blue was talking. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because I think I was in the conversation with Karen and Jonathan and shit.
But we've been talking about the same thing for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you.
She just lost her place. That's all. She just lost her place. That's all.
Thank you, Miss K. Thank you, Miss K. I'm just saying. I came back into the conversation. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
She blacked out.
And then be mad like, what the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is going on over here?
She blacked out after that shitty-ass blowjob.
Okay, when I
got all them good immunities.
It was okay, because I'm trying to tell you, you needed the blackout. You blacked out at a good spot.
And I think that's what happened. I think it went so many different places. My mind kind of went on its own shit and then came back and said, what the fuck is going on?
It was traumatic.
So can I say, so did you just experience a dissociative fog? Was that what that was?
What happened was y'all had started talking about some shit that I don't know what in the fuck y'all was talking about. And I think in my mind, I went into my own little world. It's almost like being in a room with somebody. You just like, you know what? I got a hangnail. It's like you be like, oh, I got a hangnail. And then you be like going into your own little thoughts. You just go into your own little world. And then when you come back, you be like, what the fuck was we talking about?
You got so good. So what are you drinking over there? Are you
smoking? I want some.
Now I'm the drunk bitch. Now I'm the high
You just absent yourself from a whole part of the.
I'm just saying. I'm just telling you from my perspective for a second there.
She was laughing while she left it. She said they don't even know what she laughing at.
No, because y'all was saying certain stuff. I was listening to the whole conversation, but it was like everybody was talking at one time. So I'm like tripping off of everything. But then it was like, by the time I really was like, okay, look, we on the show. Let's pay attention. I asked what the fuck is going on. Yo, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I said, what the fuck is going on over here?
I think she need a one-on-one right now.
Now I need a motherfucking one-on-one.
So no, hold on, Nate. No, look. I was like, I'm not going, Miss Mazel, I'm not judging you.
Look at you with them judging ass eyes. Look. With them judging eyes.
I'm looking at the screen, and she was like in it, like she was laughing and in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god!
Look, I said, wait a minute, hold on.
But no,
what the fuck is
Miss K. The funny thing is when she came back to the conversation and say, "What the fuck are we talking about?"
Yeah,
but y'all not looking at her. She was in the conversation.
You had to take a second and shit. You had to take a second and be like, "Hold on, what the fuck are we talking about here?" Because I done been in like 4 different conversations, and I just want to know where the fuck I'm at.
Sit back and rest yourself.
Yes.
This
when the show go off, just play it back. Just play it back.
I will. I just want to know what the fuck happened.
Just go back and listen to the last half an hour.
No, don't.
I want to see her. I'm going back and watch it. I gotta see what she clocked out. That's
look, I'm gonna go back and see where the fuck I clocked out. Because I was like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I think what happened was, you know how you just, that's all right, Miss K know what the fuck I'm saying. You know how you go into your thought process and somebody will say something and then you just go into your own little thought process. Like, and so by the time you come out of your thought process, you be like, all right, wait a minute, where I'm at.
That's why you're not supposed to take
crazy.
a deep
I'm
breath
gonna
on
agree
stage.
with it. Everybody nod your head and smile.
You know what?
Like
we
that.
understand.
Bird, the bird's the word. Sit and spin, motherfucker. Sit and fucking spin.
You must have took a deep breath because I had.
All right, everybody.
We got a rap.
Bleu.
We got a rap.
Well, I knew Mother was on the sidelines talking about. That's what Mother does.
We gotta go. It's time to go. I don't care if you having fun. You gotta go.
We was having too much fun.
I'm just playing, Monty. You know we like.
Damn, this hard.
Yes, but what I will say,
you need some milk.
So what I will say is, this has been a wonderful experience, as it always is. Y'all are so fucking crazy with y'all antics. I definitely needed y'all laughter today. It was this is the highlight of my Friday.
Right.
Especially since this is what we've been doing since this whole pandemic.
Oh my Lord.
So I would say thank you for a wonderful cocktail social. I enjoyed my cocktail. I enjoyed my socialites, and I enjoyed everyone that participated in the Cocktail Social on Be Exposed Radio. Join us. We do miss you, Cable.
Hi.
And we look forward to everyone on Black Friday next week. So join us next week at 7:00 for another Cocktail Social. Love you, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, that's
I'm gonna screenshot that shit.
But the crazy shit was, I was listening to the whole conversation, but it was like 3 different conversations going on at one time. So I was listening to all of it. So then I went into my own thought process, and then I came back and was like, wait a minute, where am I at the conversation? Because when I came back, Bleu was talking, so I was like, okay, what the fuck are we talking about here?
She literally lost her place in the conversation.
I did, because I was over here, because I went into my own little thought process, like, And I was like, oh, okay, let me pay attention to